Allahu Akbar.
For thousands of years, one land has carried the weight of empires, faiths, hope, and heartbreak. A land where every rock holds a memory, and every sunrise carries a story unfinished. This is Palestine, a place shaped by survival, shattered by conquest, and held together by the unbroken will of its people. But how did this land become the center of the world's attention? And why does its story still echo across continents? Today, we dive deep into a history that many think they know, yet few truly understand. Long before modern borders, long before kingdoms drew lines on maps, there was a small land along the Mediterranean, fertile, warm, and alive with early human settlements. Archaeologists call it one of the oldest continuously inhabited regions on Earth. Here, early Canaanite communities farmed the valleys, traded across seas, and built cities that would outlive entire civilizations. Palestine was not yet a battleground. It was a crossroads, where cultures met, traded, and thrived. But peace never lasts long on land so valuable. One by one, the world's greatest empires marched in. The Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Greeks, and finally, the mighty Romans. Each empire built upon the ruins of the last. Each left its mark, its temples, its roads, its scars. Yet through it all, local communities remained rooted, adapting but never erased. Centuries passed, and new faiths were born on this soil. Judaism developed its early traditions here. Christianity rose from events in these very towns and hills. Islam arrived in the 7th century, welcomed by local populations who embraced the new faith while preserving their identity. Jerusalem became a spiritual heart for millions. A city where prayers of 3 religions met in the same sky. But with faith came conflict. In the medieval world, Palestine became the prize of the Crusades. European armies stormed the region, claiming it holy while bringing centuries of warfare. Cities changed hands again and again. Fortresses rose only to fall. But even in chaos, local life endured. Farmers, traders, and families continued to live, rebuild, and hope. Palestine's people had learned the rhythm of survival. By the 1500s, the Ottoman Empire took control. For nearly 400 years, Palestine lived under relative stability, its towns growing, its communities, Muslim, Christian, and Jewish, living side by side. Travelers described bustling markets, orange groves, olive harvests, and cities glowing with tradition. No one knew that this calm was the quiet before the greatest storm. The First World War shattered empires across the world, including the Ottomans. In the ruins, European powers began drawing new borders. Britain took control of Palestine. And with it, a new chapter of tension began. Conflicting promises, rising nationalism, and 2 communities, Arab Palestinians and Jewish immigrants, claiming the same homeland. The fuse had been lit. The year 1948 exploded into history. Violence erupted across the region. Families were uprooted. Cities were emptied. Villages were destroyed or abandoned. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced, an event they would remember as Nakba, the catastrophe. For many, it was the moment their world turned to ashes. And yet, they carried their keys, their memories, and their identity into exile. After 1948, Palestine was left fractured. Gaza administered by Egypt, the West Bank by Jordan, and huge parts of the land under new control. Life became a struggle of borders, restrictions, and displacement. But culture continued, music, poetry, traditions, and a fierce belief in belonging. A people without a state, but never without a voice. The Six-Day War of 1967 reshaped the region once again. More land changed hands. More families were displaced. And the world watched as the conflict grew deeper, heavier, seemingly endless. Yet amid the hardship, generations of Palestinians held on to one thing: hope. Hope that history could be rewritten. Hope that identity could not be erased. Behind politics, borders, and headlines lies something far more powerful: human life. Farmers tending ancient olive trees. Mothers protecting their children. Young people dreaming of futures without checkpoints or fear. Elders telling stories of the villages they once called home. This, more than anything, is the heart of Palestine's history. A story of people who refuse to disappear. Today, Palestine stands at a crossroads once again. Divided territories. A population facing daily challenges. And a world debating decisions that shape their lives. But the spirit of Palestine remains unbroken. From Gaza to the West Bank, from refugee camps to global communities, Palestinians continue to rebuild, resist, and remind the world that their story is not over. The history of Palestine is not just a timeline. It is a heartbeat, steady, defiant, and alive. Empires have risen and fallen. Borders have been drawn and erased. But through every conflict, every tragedy, every generation, the land remembers. The people remember. And the world, no matter how long it takes, will remember too. Because the story of Palestine is not a story of endings. It is a story of endurance. And it continues, even now.